All right, welcome back, everybody. Now, what we're going to be doing today is working on the one of the, well, I guess really the only ancillary uh, factories that are part of the supercomputer factory, and it's going to be making the crystal oscillators. And so some of these modules I already have built as I used them for other projects, and so they're just simply going to be transferred over. One of the problems that I was facing, and we're going to attempt to do something a little creative, was there's one particular blueprint that I have for the assembler. Why won't it let me? There it goes. That has these bolted plates, right? And it has such a huge output, 15 per minute. Now, I'm going to have to come up with something to create just huge amounts of iron plates, and I wonder if I even have, yeah, like I could do the, either one of those are out of the question because they use plastic, and we are not messing with that today. So that's going to be the one problem, is that each one of them is going to require 90 per minute. Screws, I think I have figured out the problem. I have an alternate recipe for um, steel that utilizes petroleum coke. And if you remember, the plastic project has a bunch of petroleum coke that it's making that right now I'm just sinking it. It's just going straight into the sink. It's not being used for any purpose at all. So I think I can get it over there with some belt logistics and maybe a bus to cross that ravine and basically connect those two areas by way of bridge and the belt bus. So we can get that over there. There's plenty of iron deposits, and they're all pure deposits, so there's no shortage of iron on that side over there. So I think that part's going to be manageable. This is going to be a little bit more difficult to get these iron plates because I have only the only alternate recipes I have for iron plates are in there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the other one is this, and I mean, as we figured out, like these, down for 5 just so it doesn't take it off. Where is, there it is. Yeah, I wish I could do that, but I mean, it only produces, basically double, and then I have to figure out how to get AI limiters and rubber over there. Ugh. When you have that, you could just tamp it up. Yeah, so it's using 2.5 per minute, but we're gonna have to do this. Hold on now. Something's kind of coming together here. So I'm not sure what numbers I was looking at, but for some reason I was thinking that I would need to have 15 of those reinforced iron plates for each machine. But it now looks that like one of those machines will make nearly enough uh, for 3 of those machines. They will need 18.5 for each machine for 3 machines. 18.75. So basically 19, and one produces 15. So that would be, whoa, yeah, because wait, I was just thinking that's 3 of the machines, and then the last machine is actually only going to be set at 160%. So it only needs 4. So that means I only need 22. So I could run 2 machines, one at 50%, basically. So that would be 90 plates plus 45, so I'd need like 120 plates per minute. So that'd be 5 machines, 5 of these fellers. Kicking out the iron plates, 20 per minute. So I'd need 6 of them. So they need 180. That's not really a problem. 180. Pretty sure my regular blueprint kicks out. I think it kicks out 240. I don't know, man. I think we might have resolved some of this problem here. I mean, it's going to take up some room, which is why I'm standing here in front of the blueprint. Maker, because we're going to try to design the factory specifically around the need of needing plenty of floors underneath those. Yeah, so you'll see what I mean. So remember how I said it was a no-no to use the 1 meter thick floors? Well, we're going to do it. Alright, so that gets us the right spot to use them. You hear that? What the hell is that? Huh. I never noticed that sound, the sound of that miner over there before. It's really bizarre. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I got distracted there. Like, what in the hell is that? Okay. Oh, no. Come on, man. Always with the autosave. Right when I'm in the middle of measuring something. Yeah, so I'm trying to design these things with complicated logistics in mind, making sure that, you know, each floor basically will have enough room for 2 levels of logistics so that you can do like 2 levels down here and 2 levels here, and then those guys up top. That's why I was using the thinner floors, to sort of try to maximize the amount of space that you have in between each floor. But you still want them on those 4-meter increments, or else other things won't line up properly. So you got to be careful about where you put stuff when you switch up what size you're using. So let's see here. We're gonna get this big boy here. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna be able to fit one on each of these, but that's okay. We're going to just try to get him as centered as possible. We'll call this like 1. There. Now we're going to decorate it a little bit. Decorating also gives the blueprint more attachment points, which is really the point here. We're going to try to make it look more like almost like it's a construction site. How that happened. Shouldn't even be able to build over there. That's outside the blueprint. Jeez. You hear that? It's making so much noise. I do not understand what's going on there. Alright, whatever. And then we're just going to do some of the frame walls. This is going to save me doing a lot of logistics after the fact, or cosmetics after the fact. Just going to try to make it look like it's all steel, and because you can still fit belts through that, so. Yeah, and we're gonna just like put a lighting up here. So let's go with small concrete. Yeah, that sounds good. Put it like right there, so it's behind the outputs. Out there, I think. So now I'll be like 40 feet in the air higher, because I was thrusting when autosave decided to hit. I guess you probably noticed how sick I am of autosave. I really hope they do something about it. No, that's not what I was wanting. I'm gonna actually put a light fixture on here, not a. Yep. Make it look like it's real, like outdoor, industrial kind of Yeah, you get the idea. Organization, we want. Oh, it doesn't like that. I thought it would attach to it. Does it not like the... Oh, that's really weird. Okay, well, I think I can fix that. Just, put one of these down. And it'll either attach to that or I can put a wall down and it'll attach to that. Yeah. Beautiful. And that bar there was really just to direct that. So we're just going to cap it with a... Ouch. That's really weird. I thought it would look more flush on there. Oh, it's alright. We'll just add something on there to give it some scaffolding look. Yeah. Why can it not be nudged? There you go. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay, and you can go here and... Alright. So now we know we need 4 of these. I'll go ahead and remove those others from the blueprint. Yeah. The building orders I meant. Yep, just take them out. Okay. Go ahead and set it to crystal oscillators because we know that's what it needs. Alright, and so that should give us plenty of room for logistics underneath it. Because that, you know, I'll lay down the concrete slab and it'll just sit right on top of that. We'll get all 4 of them in and have plenty of room for logistics underneath them. There won't be any of that crazy ass hopping around trying to figure out where belts are going to go. It looks pretty simple for that purpose. And alright, let's go ahead and save that. Outdoor logistics. Nah. Yeah, we're going to call this raw material processing. That's the other thing I need to check on, because I know I need to make enough steel to make the steel beams I need for all the. It's really not going to be all that much, though. This is going to be a lot of crazy belt logistics just to get enough uh, um, petroleum coke over there to do this, because it's not even going to need that much. Like it's just a splattering. I think it's only going to consume maybe 60 per minute, and I'm producing like well over 300 over there. I think it was supposed to produce 360, but I never got all the liquid balancing perfect. There's just some glitches in the game that make it to where I'm just not getting the right amount. I mean, I've done all the math works out, and yet the machines just are not getting enough of the fluid. And I've checked the belts and rechecked, or pipes and rechecked the pipes, and tried them in different positions and replaced them, and tried valves and pumps and everything else, and nothing seems to fix the issue. So, I mean, it really shouldn't be pumps anyway, because I should have almost almost infinite head lift because of the way the fluid physics works in this game, because the where the plastic is being made is down on the beach level, and where the oil is, half the oil anyway, is up on this um, plateau above it, and I mean it's like a 110 meter. No, I guess it was about 66 or 30. It was like 30 meters down. So whenever fluids move downhill, they gain that much in head lift. So even though it's mixing with, the other half of the oil has only the 10 that the machine produces, the half the oil that's coming down has uh, the 10 from the units plus the 30 meters down. So even if it was cut in half because the other half of the fluid didn't get that bonus, I'd still have like 15 meters of head lift, and I'm only trying to get it to go like 8. So, which is well within the 10 bonus that you're supposed to get from each machine anyway. So yeah, it just, there's no reason that it shouldn't work, but yet it doesn't work. And yeah, so I haven't really figured out the reason, and I'm assuming that it's just one of the many glitches that still exist with some of the field logistics in this game. All right, so that should be that, and now we call it just put the manufacturer on the symbol there so we know that it is this big bitch right here. Yes. And clear designer. Grab my materials. Alright. So that's that. Now, we have enough to build the foundries I need. Yeah, we need to figure out how many of them I need, so. I believe it's 2, but Solid steel ingot, compacted steel ingot, and coke steel ingot. Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, I think we only need one of these. There's no point in even blueprinting this sucker. How much petroleum coke is it going to eat? 75 per minute. 75 per minute. It's going to spit out 100 steel. Wait a minute. Let me just check something. Now that I think about it, the constructor that makes the steel beams. Yeah, he's going to consume 60. And let's make it 15 of them. Where's that screw recipe? Yeah, steel screws. And he'll be consuming 5. So, yeah. Yeah, we only need the one machine. It'll be overproducing steel anyway with that. Yeah, because you only need to make that 60, because that's 15. That's 750, or actually 790 or 80 screws possible, which I couldn't even move with my belt logistics. I'd have to split it into 2 belts just to get it around. But it's only feeding 2 machines. Each machine is going to one machine's going to consume 250. The other machine's going to be running at about 50%. So it's only going to consume 125. So in total, they're going to be looking at 375 screws per minute. And yeah, I mean that oh god, I'm glad I thought of that, dude. Oh, that's great. But yeah, these don't need to be on a blueprint if it's just going to be one machine. So then the plates. So the plates are still the problem, because it's going to need 90 92 point, wait, 90, yeah, so 135 plates per minute. Okay, so the only recipe we can use is going to be the standard recipe, because I don't have enough materials over there to do anything else. No plastic or anything. So that's 20 per minute. $135 divided by 20. So 7 machines, one of them downclocked. One of them downclocked to 75%. Yeah, so then you end up with the 15. Why can't you just snap where I'm telling you to snap, man? Okay. And it needs 3 more. 30. So they're going to need 6 times 30 plus 22.5. Yeah, 202.5. There's going to be a shit ton of smelters. Yeah, let's go take a look over there real quick. It's been a while since I've looked at that layout over there. We'll leave it like this because this is obviously going to be somewhat what the blueprint's going to look like anyway. We're just going to head straight for the northern forest, non-stop. Yeah, I wanted to take a look because I do have. I mean, I just don't know if I have the resources around to use it. But I know that there is a lake around here, but it is pretty far. I mean, I guess it's not impossible to use my pumping tower to bring water up from the ocean there. And there's that little convenient little beach head there. Boy, that's high. I don't know about that. No. Pigs always fucking with me. I don't know where he dropped his meat. There it is. Yeah, I don't think any of that water is deep enough. That's that fake water. It's not really water. Yeah, like this water's deep enough but not wide enough. Yeah, and then all the way back here is the lake. It's too far away. Impure sulfur. normal. What the hell? Just berries floating in the air there. Oh, shut up. Don't worry, I'm not building on your side of the mountain. Yeah. I don't really see how we could get water up here. I doubt there's any geysers or anything nearby either, so probably gonna just have to deal with the regular recipe. Wowza. Uh-huh. Huh.
You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact.
Yeah. No. Wouldn't that have been cool, though? If I had just found this cave with enough water in it to run an extractor, I would have been so, like, thrilled, man. Oh, wow, we found a solution! Nope.
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
I mean, this place is a really cool find, but it is not what we need for this logistics problem we're currently facing. So I was just thinking, wow, hey, you know, sometimes those caves have big bodies of water in them, but yeah, it was not quite wide enough for what we needed. Yeah. Ooh, I'm getting poisoned all the way from over there. Jeez. Ooh, dangerous little cliff face. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to live with the standard recipe. I mean, that's not going to be a problem. It's just a matter of spacing, you know. But I mean, we've got so many nodes up here. I mean, this is a pure node. Those three over there are pure nodes. So I mean, producing iron up here is not going to be a problem. But yeah, it is unfortunate that we couldn't get some water up here, and then I could use a better recipe for converting the iron ore into ingots. But yeah, I think we'll be all right. Hmm. Okay, well, we know what that's like then. Let's get back. So, what was the number? 90? It was 90, 90, it was, yeah, it was 135 plates we need, so I know that to be 202 ingots, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think I proved with the turbo fuel factory that getting liquids into very high up is not impossible, and nowhere near as energy intensive as you might suspect. But there's also going to be a problem of space up there. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, right? Once I get the stuff laid down, then we might change our minds about how we're gonna do that. But yeah, right, what we're working on right now is just the machines that we need to have just to make all of the iron plates we need. Yeah, that's probably good right there. So we could then go. Two, and then one, and then no, it's gonna have to be higher than that. No, go. It would have to be up there. That one up there. Okay, so this one, that's the one auto save again. That's the one I changed over to 75%, right? Yeah, so that's the only one that needs to be downclocked. The rest of them have to be at regular capacity. Yep. Okay. God damn it. Oh, it's just not going to let me get it there. Okay, well, then that's going to have to do, because I'm not going to fucking do this. Alright. And, very simple wiring job. Makes it look like it was definitely designed for outdoors. Alright, but that'll make all the plates we need, I believe. 135. So they are going to need tons and tons of... Yeah, so let's see. 30, so 30 times 7 is 210. Yeah, not that much. I mean, Mark III belt. Oh no, that's right. That would have been right. Yeah, because it... Yeah, like that. Okay, so... 3 belt. I think that's good. Ah. I'll go with half. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's get to wiring them up, or belting them up. I think they only need the Mark 1 belts. I know they're only going to need the Mark 1 belts coming out because they're only going to be making 20 per. Oh shit, you didn't wire him up. I'd have been going, why is the power not on? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking alright. Okay, let's see the belt work to get it all put out. We're gonna put them, yeah. Let's see what you got. Do these first. Oh wow, out of iron plates. I ran out of iron plates while building the iron plate machine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I should have known I was going to be running out of that stuff because, you know, it's always best to use the slowest belt possible. And the reason is because if you're using super fast belts, it's often easy to miss when you're not getting enough material. Like a super fast belt, if it's not using anywhere near the material it needs, you're just going to see huge gaps in material all the time. So it's not going to really tell you if you're getting enough material on that belt or not. You know, it's just just an opinion, but it's a rather informed opinion about the sorts of mistakes you can make. Believe me, when it comes to making mistakes, I have a lot of experience. I want to try to keep these as short from the machines as possible because those are going to have to come down and I'm going to have to figure out how to merge them into the same line. I think they're going to need a Mark III belt because the Mark II belt's not going to be enough. Just barely. It goes up to Mark II belt is 120, and these guys are going to be carrying 135. So, unfortunately, the next belt up is almost double the capacity that they need, but and I think, honestly, I can probably just, if I don't care how ugly it looks, I can probably just match these up. Oh god, that's so bad though. If I don't care how ugly it looks, unless it's that ugly. Oh. Yeah, at least that looks a little bit straighter, for fuck's sake, man. Yeah, man. This is probably one of the ugliest blueprints I've ever built, but I really just don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I want to try to just keep things functional because um, this part of the project ended up being a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to have to be, and um, that's a problem. I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass to make those oscillators, and that's why I went back and forth as to whether or not I would use that recipe or not. But because of the way that the rest of the project was going, I needed that space. You know, it was just getting too tight over there with all the belt logistics. So I went with that recipe because I was already going to be making shit tons of circuit boards anyway. So whether or not I used that or not, I mean, I guess I could have made the computers at another location and just had them flown in by via drone, but it just seems like you're using so many of the same materials to make both the high-speed connectors and the computers and the supercomputers. You've already got a lot of those same materials localized by that point, by the time you do the logistics of that. So it just seems like a waste not to build the computers in the same spot. Well, this is probably done. We're just going to call it the plate, iron plate blueprint. Yeah, so that handles most of the problem. The only other ingredient that we're going to have to worry about is, of course, the cable, and it needs a lot of it. But again, there's only one copper deposit over there, and it's a big one. It's a pure one. So given the fact that I have, now let's figure out how much I'm going to need. No. Yeah, see, they're going to need 14 per minute. Let's see, double that, so 28 per minute. 35 per minute, basically, for each one, and there's going to be 4 of them. but one of them is not going to be clocked that high, so let's just go with 3. That's 90. 105 plus, say, probably going to need 20, maybe. So 125 of them. Yeah. Probably worth doing a blueprint for. Think about it for a second, because we're going to have to make the wire. And I do have some alternate recipes for making wire, but most of them use Caterium, which is not over there. I mean, you could, I have an alternate recipe for wire using iron, but why bother? It makes less than the copper one. That's just one you use if you have, way more. Like I'm using it in this factory because the copper node that this factory is on top of is an impure node. So, by the end I just had like way more iron ingots than I needed. So to process them, I was like, well, just turn them into wire. We didn't have any overages from the impure nodes, so just turn them into wire. But that one's a pure node, so that's like a completely different thing. So yeah, let's take a look. So you got the wire. So the wire is, yeah, so it's only taken in 15, it's 13, and I believe that would make 15 wire. So we need like 10 of these machines, man. 12 of them in total. 6 and 6. Yeah, yeah, I mean, now you're starting to see how big this project is gonna get. Yeah, 12 machines. Because what did we figure out? It was like 125 cable. So oh, yeah, it won't be that much then. This is 60. It's 60. Yeah, 60 wire. But yeah, each one's producing 30 per minute. So these will only need like 5 of these. Maybe 6. Yeah, 6. But I sure wish I had some Caterium. I mean, look at that shit, man. For 15 Caterium, you get 120 wire per minute. God, man, I know. I'll go back and look again. I know I had looked before. For Caterium, and it was like super far. But I mean, it seems like when I was over there a lot doing exploring and stuff, I kept coming across the same Caterium deposit, and it seemed like it was pretty close to that area. It's just a normal node. It's not like it was an especially good deposit, but it literally doesn't need to be, because we're not using it for quick wire. We'd be using it for wire, and it would just produce, just shit tons more than the copper. I thought that was such a waste of a recipe, and now I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's not bad. You could make a lot of wire with that. Yeah, see, it's like 400 meters of wet. I mean, I don't know. That's not too bad, right? Like I could run a bus. It's right here. Yeah, it's just a normal node, but you'd rip that out. Yeah, I'd rather stand on it. Oh, it won't let me stand on it. Bitch. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. That would completely solve it. Pretty crazy that I would be using the Caterium over here to make wire, but running out of room, you know? Uh, oh, what's that? Is that another Caterium deposit? Sure as fuck. Is that a pure? No, it's also normal. I don't think I'll need both, but if I do, if I do, I got it. You know, I say run a bus like it would be an easy thing, but let's see, where's the, do I have anything over there? Let's see, where's the, going for outpost is that way. Boy, it would be like going right through those trees. I don't know, man. We'll try it. That would be a lifesaver if I could get that to work. Yeah, I thought I got that one. Yeah. Oh, okay, so it would only have to come here. I don't know, man. It seems like such a waste to bring Caterium all the way over here when we got copper. Especially since I don't have any other use for the copper either. Well, we'll think about it. I think I'm going to end up using the copper because this is the only thing over here anyway. So if it uses up a lot of space on this side, it's not really going to matter. You know, I'd have one belt of and you know we could of course build it out over that empty space, the ravine there. But you just have one little piece of coal iron coming over there, and then I'd have you know hundreds of copper coming out. So then it's just a matter of you know processing it into wire. But back over there for a second. I said 125, so I'd need to make 250. 250 divided by 30 is 8. 15 times 8.3, 124. That thing makes 240, and I got a recipe that will create. Yeah, I mean, yeah, eight, eight. Yeah, that's not even two foundries running. I could overclock it slightly, maybe if I wanted to, or just build two and underclock one. Not like there's a limit of space over there. There's plenty because it's not even around this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use the copper. Yeah, I've noticed with a lot of the pipe errors, like the like what's going on with the plastic production, and also why I ended up having to change the clock of the power plant. Um, you know, you'll do the math, you'll figure out everything will be running fine, and then when you save the game and turn it off, when you load it back, suddenly it's not working anymore. And I've noticed that so many times with a lot of different recipes and stuff on different things with liquids. Seems to be almost exclusively with liquids. Um, So that's why I think it's a problem with their fluid their fluid physics, and something that they'll probably address, or probably already have addressed. It just hasn't been put out on the early access server yet. Because yeah, I've seen it happen so many times. I mean, that's what was happening even at the power plant. All of a sudden, everything was running smoothly, and then we were getting ready to. I don't even remember what the project was we were working on that day, but then I noticed, like, you know, 3 or 4 of the power plants were sputtering, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell's going on? We're losing power," you know. So yeah, that afternoon set us back while I was like trying to figure out how to keep all of the power plants on. Okay, so I don't think we need a blueprint for any of that. It's just 8 machines, so we can just build all that by hand. So that is going to be how we get the wire and um, the cable. So that's one. Two is the um, reinforced plates, which we already figured out how to do that, and that's it, because it's just 3. It requires the manufacturer, but it's not 4 outputs; it's only 3. So the biggest one, the one I was most worried about, was the reinforced iron plates, and I think that we have addressed that problem. So what we're going to spend the rest of this stream doing is setting up the logistics to get that petroleum coke over to that platform over there. So we're going to get up here so I am near the materials, because I already know what blueprints that's going to be. And we're just going to fly back over there and get it started. And it's going to have to be the Mark IV belts, just more. So yeah, we'll definitely need to bring up some more of them. That's a lot. It's going to be a lot of Mark IV belts to take it all the way across that ravine. Let's deal with some of this material that I've picked up. All these fruits. And the alien crap. Jeez, all this meat too. Forgot how many animals we've been fighting. But I got freaking 5 dead stingers in my inventory. Forgot we had a little infestation under the supercomputer factory too. That was pretty weird. I'd been over there for hours and never encountered them, and then all of a sudden I heard them skittering around and hissing at me, and they were running around underneath us the whole time. Like, what in the hell? Fucking freaks, man. Alright, so let's see. Blueprints. Outdoor logistics. We're going to need, yep, the single bus belt. We're going to say 20 of those, just to be on the safe side. And the tower lift, we'll say 10 of those. Alright, it's requesting more steel beams. Funny thing is that we're probably going to swap that whole belt out, because that's the belt that I have it designed with, is using this. But, yeah, I doubt that's going to be... we're going to swap it right out. It's going to be the Mark IV belt, so... We need some more iron plates. Out of room here. What do we need to get rid of? Well, here, I'll get rid of these radio-controlled computers and stuff. I don't need those with me. Or the supercomputers. Or the computers. Get rid of all that. Alright. And then that'll free up. We gotta get some rods, and I think that'll be all we need. Yep, we're heading right to the super plastic delivery system. Although it's for today, it's not about getting plastic out of it. It's about finding a use for one of its waste products. Oh, I passed it. Oops. Oh well. I was just vaping and vibing. There, I'll come in here. Boy, that was the last sputter. Did you hear that? It ran out right as I came in. I cut that pretty close. Oops. Pay attention to where you're flying, man. You forget about that because you get so used to doing it. You forget. It's actually a pretty dangerous way of traveling. I mean, it gets you around really super fast, but you can die. You can die pretty fast. I mean, you know, look how high up you are. You know, that's like flying off the highest cliff in the game, you know. There we are. Hey, yeah, look at that. I left all this room over here. It's almost like I was expecting it. Don't get ahead of yourself. Alright, so the first thing I gotta do is we're gonna cut this belt and replace it with so it's going to need a smart splitter. Right there. Get that right back up. That was a Mark IV belt, right? So we're going to go over here and say any. And then it'll flow right back in there again. Yep, no problem. So we're going to leave it like this for now. Eventually, that will be the overflow, and then you know, we'll set up the other side. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and close off this because we don't want any coming out. It's just going to keep functioning like it always does for now. Yeah, you know what? This probably should be upgraded. Oh, it was. That's why. Aha! Yeah, That's not a fast enough belt. That was the problem. Well. Ah, that's right. These things are producing way, way more. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So yeah. So again, that one is going to be turned off for now, but that's the one that will be active. So in the meantime, we're going to build a little more foundation over here. I think that's probably going to be enough for the lift. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it's not really conflicting with anything on that side. It looks like it's got clearance for that. Oh, it's not even overlapping on that side. This thing fit perfect in here. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be obstructing anything at all. Oh, that's wonderful. That's always one thing you worry about, when you start making changes like this. You're going to add on a whole different thing, and you're like, yeah. All right. Yeah, we already know it doesn't need the super fast belt, so it doesn't even need this belt, to be honest. Okay, so let's go Mark 4. Okay, that's that. I think one back is all it needs to be. Here's the lift on the end here. No, that's incorrect. Okay. Now, I just noticed that I'm going to have to use one of those shrunken belts again, where it shrinks the conveyor down. Perfect. And then we'll use the Mark IV belt right in there. Look at that, lined up perfect. Nope. Ended up with some incorrects. It's got to be every other one. Like that's the reason that I put that. Auto save again. Yeah. See, like that's why the steel beam is there, is to help you line them up. Yeah, so that was incorrect. Alright. I always run into this. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so the steel beam's down there, so it's not up there, so yeah, okay. I think I know how it has to be. Yeah, it is like that. So let's check. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so you want them to be every other one, basically. Yep, that's where the mistake is again. God damn it, man. I got the rest of it correct, and I can't get that first one in the right position. Oh, nope, don't take that one. Alright. That should be right. Yeah, okay, right. Okay, so then there's one there, not one there, one there, not one there. So then the next one should be the one on the bottom with the bar. Yep. Yep. But we're going to find a new place to stand because this is going to have to go quite a bit higher. Oh my. This is probably a good spot to stand, though. Alright. Let's see. So that is... Yes. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. So... That looks like it's about high enough. Let's just go over there and inspect it and make sure that it is correct. It was correct by my eyeball, but that don't mean nothing necessarily. Alright, so yeah, alright. That's correct. Yep. 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 Alright, I think that's it. Take that. Oh, oh no! Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to just take the ladder off. Stupid bastard. Okay. Just have to inspect that level one more time. Oh, come on. This fucking autosave, dude. Ah! God. Okay. Yeah, so let's get rid of these ladders here. We don't need them to be quite that high. And they get in the way. Alright. And in fact, we probably don't even need this one because I am going to try to get my bus to attach right here. Oh, wow. Well, that wasn't what I wanted, but if you would attach there, that would actually be just fine. Yep, looks like you're going the right direction, too. Alright, so that is a bus. And what we do here is we're going to have to edit this belt. Alright, so this is the first bus and the start of the belt. That's pretty awesome. And we can just have that come down. And that come out. Man, that is perfect. Look at that shit. Alright, now we just gotta wire up the rest, or belt up the rest of this tower, and then we can get to putting down the bus. Oh, supposed to be opposite. Come on, man. You know, it's supposed to get an idea of what you're trying to do and try to automatically have the right belts and stuff in place. But boy, the AI is very confused about what the right thing to do is. That's for sure. This is a long climb. Oh, I think the plastic drone is landing. Yep. Yep. So instantly it starts filling up again. Well, that's good to know, though. It was full when it came here to pick up. And now it's filling up again. That means that I've got a pretty good chance of it not interfering when the one from the supercomputer factory picks up from there. Yeah. Oh, we're almost done. Okay. Whew. It's like, God, man. How much further? Alright, that should do it. I want to check that real quick. Yeah, see, he didn't even get it all. Yep, I'd say that this is, or maybe he did, and it just filled up that fast. I'm not sure, but either way, that is a great sign for being able to use it for the supercomputer factory, because there's only one device in the whole factory that even needs the plastic, so I doubt it'll even be picking up as often as the battery factory does. Okay, so that was already done. Alright, that's great. Okay, let's get to laying these down now. Why would you do that? Yeah, that way. Yeah, and you know, one of the, I mean, I don't know that I even need to wire this up, because that's just kind of wasted effort for this, because there's no, it's not really carrying wire over there. Both of these areas are both on the grid already, so. But I will have to connect the belts. But since I have to upgrade the belts anyway, I'll worry about that all at the same time. Yeah, the power part, the power aspect that I added to this was designed so that it could carry power out to some remote area. I never really had this kind of application in mind, but I mean, hell, it sure does seem to work good, though. Anyway, yeah. And you got a little bridge. You know, I'll set it up so you can get up here easily. Just now getting to the end of what I estimated it was. Yeah, I built this blueprint for the battery factory. It's how I got the sulfur there for the battery production. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. Let's see. I could probably just grab this here and we'll go like out like that, out like that. Yeah. I think that's big enough, and then we can put the more of those lifts down. Not sure why you're doing this, but see how it looks. It's trying to connect to the blueprint, which is kind of annoying, but that's not really clipped. Alright, so that needs to go. I would have rather had it the other way, but that's not horrible. You just have it go. And then, oops. I'm going to do that anyway, so that's fine, but yeah, look at that. Okay, and then yep. I think that'll probably be enough up there. Just need 3 more. Man, this actually turned out a lot better than I expected, and I'm really, really pleased with it. Let's just make sure that I got it all lined up the way it needs to be. Looks like it. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. I mean, you're really just supposed to be able to look at it and tell from the ground, but just having some bad launches with that, I couldn't quite get it to do what I wanted it to do. Yeah, when it comes to this, one of like what I would probably do is just say like, let's make it a these, and then just you really just need it to make it over there to that ladder. So. Yeah, you just, you just get right on it, and yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, let's get these things connected, and then I'll see about getting the belts switched over for the bus, and that'll be a good place to end this stream. And I'm done with work tonight, so I'll definitely be back on to do a later in the evening stream. And I don't usually get new work on Mondays, so I'll probably be back here on Monday to do some more. But we'll see how that goes. I try not to predict too much about what my boss is going to do before I even talk to him on Monday morning. I found that doing too much predicting about what other people are going to say and do can lead to a lot of heartbreak. I mean, really, this is probably high enough right here. I mean, yeah, I don't think it really even needs to go to that last one. Yeah, this is probably good enough. Let's go ahead and remove that top one here. Yep, we'll just leave that one just like that. Go ahead and take that belt off for now, because I don't know how I'm going to fit it on there. Take these ladders off the tippy top here. Yep, and if you want, you can even take these off just so that it looks like this is the end. But I sometimes don't do that because a lot of times I've noticed you'll end up with a little Z fighting. But looks like this blueprint worked out pretty good for that. There's not really any Z fighting happening. So that's a good place to end that. Alright, so let's get over here. We're going to go to Mark 4 belt. This is another problem with blueprints that I hope gets fixed in 1.0. You notice that there's these gaps, right? Well, the reason that I put the gaps in is because if you run the belt to the edge of the blueprint in the hopes that when you put another blueprint next to them, the two belts will touch and items will flow across, it doesn't work. Pipe's the same. Doesn't work. What happens is with belts, it will look like it works. Like you'll see it, and the graphics line up and everything. Like you'll see this belt end and that belt pick up, and there will be a seamless connection between the two belts, and it will look like it's a one continuous belt. But as soon as you put items on that belt, it will stop at the end of the belt. It will just be there suspended as if there's something stopping it, even though to the naked eye you see a continuous belt. So they just have, there's something about the way the system perceives things built in the blueprint that does not let that work properly. And yeah, so I hope that is addressed in the 1.0 release, because there's a lot of things that you could do with blueprints if they could connect like that. Like, you know, it would just be a lot better. You know, before, let's take a look at something here. For one thing, we don't need that. So, yeah, put that there, and then I'm going to put like a... Here. What are you doing? I mean, you know, if you're going to go anywhere, how about you just go down like 1 or 2, man? I mean, why would I try to have the stairs go all the way down like that? That would be absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, let's go one more so I'm not trying to get off right behind the... it looks like it's fitting perfectly, so that's a good sign. But yeah, it's actually fine. Yeah, it's not like it obstructs your movement or anything. There you go. Then you climb up here with your ladder. And you get up here. You just run up there and you can run the whole length. I'm actually going to go to the Rocky Desert and catch the hypertube cannon so that we can fly over this area and see what it looks like. Yeah, see I may not have mentioned it, and maybe it wasn't clear while I was laying them down, but that bus has lighting on it and everything. So, it's not the cool blue lighting that I like to use so much on outdoor stuff, but it is it's the white lighting that I use in logistics rooms and stuff. Right, truck driving by. I really feel like we got a lot done. I mean, today we finished all the local logistics and supply chains for the Rocky Desert project, the supercomputer plant, and I broke ground on the ancillary oscillator factory. Got some of the important logistics in place for that. Made some determinations about what kind of logistics we're going to need and built some blueprints for it too. Wow, that is impressive. Uh-oh. Oh shit. I was too busy looking at the pretty logistics. Oh wow. Grab that yellow one. Uh-oh. You go spit at somebody else. Yeah. I'd never actually hit that landing before. I must have gained some extra altitude. That's right. We'll take this one this time. Which I should have done the first time. I just wanted to see what it looked like from over there. Alright, non-stop to the Dune Desert. Oh, see a drone flying by. Looked like the white one. So I think it was bringing aluminum scrap. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I don't usually go non-stop for just that reason. It'll get you there, momentum-wise, but you start running a little low on fuel. You got to use a little extra thrust to get over the that mountain range there. That's what kind of borders the Dune Desert. That's what kind of locks you in the beginning. You know, you can't really get past there because there's a bunch of really wicked monsters around there. You know, you got your little whacking stick, and you don't have much else yet. So getting through there is no bueno. You're not going to just go flying through there. But yeah, I mean, you know, that valley is key. When you can get through there, and it's not as high up. And anyway, all right, guys. Well, this has been a pretty successful stream. I'm actually really pleased with the direction that the logistics are going in. We're gonna do another 2-hour stream later, and on that stream, I'm gonna start putting down some more of the machines. I'm gonna try to get most of the machine placement done. So that's the goal. We're going to try to get the machine placement done and all the platform placements for the ancillary oscillator plant there. So I've already got most of the blueprints made, so it'll just be a matter of figuring out where to put them and how I'm going to structure all of that. I really look forward to it. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting time in this playthrough. So we're going to get this done and hopefully get that supercomputer plant on before much deeper in the week, because I really want to get started on the final projects so that we can get these last few milestones done and get our nuke plant up and running and start working on these elevator parts as well. But that will be for another day. For now, thanks for tuning in, guys.